Okay, today we are playing a game on Rialto. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing Lucio the entire way through. Our current team composition is Hammond, Roadhog, Junkrat, Doomfist, Hanzo, and Lucio. So it's real bad. It's real bad. It's not quite the worst comp I've ever seen, but it's definitely like top 10 worst comps I've ever seen. Number 3 will surprise you. And you don't have to think too hard to find a better team comp than this one. One thing I do want to point out before we start is the Doomfist, a few seconds ago, was saying that if we lose the first point and our team comp hasn't changed, he's just going to leave, so that's obviously a very optimistic start. But the real kicker is the Doomfist's name is Farewell. So I really like that. The man named Farewell threatening to leave before the game starts. It's real good, real good. So we're just going to start the game. We don't need to agonize over that team comp too much. It could be better in a lot of ways. This video is about Lucio, so we're going to talk about Lucio, but I feel obligated to say we really should be playing a different healer. We really should be playing a main healer if we're going to be the only healer. Because Lucio's solo healer is quite tragic, and I mean, if you have to spend so much time in the healing aura, you're not really getting value out of Lucio. And if you're the only healer, you're going to spend a lot of time in the healing aura. So you want to be in the speed aura as much as physically possible, but we're going to have to do a lot of healing as the solo healer. Our team is also, looks like it's going to be pretty spread out as well, which will make it hard to catch multiple people in the aura. The first fight actually starts going not terribly, all things considered, and then that happens and everything suddenly is going a lot more terribly all of a sudden. So Hanzo is all the way over here by his lonesome, miraculously managed to not die. We found out they have a Torbjorn, so they're probably very excited about that. There goes Roadhog. I think we could have tried to get the guy, because we've got Amp It Up, and we've got some walls to ride on. Because if we can get over there quickly enough, we could try and push him over the edge into the water. So we could have made an attempt for it, but that would, you know, it does entail, like, sprinting up to Roadhog, which is scary to do, no doubt. But we could have given it a try, at least. I would have given it a try, at least, I should say. But I'm a simple man. I like, if I'm going to be playing the frog, all I want to do is push people into pits. That's just me, you know? I do like that we didn't go for the Reddit play of waiting around the corner and then trying to just boot people off the edge on the bridge right at the start of the game. And you know why I'm glad we didn't do that? Because if you're playing someone that has crowd control, boy, can you just fuck Lucio so bad. Like, if you got a Sombra, I was reading something about Sombra's just like, I love playing on Rialto, because when we're attacking, I'll just go out the gate, and then just walk around the corner, hand up, just waiting for Lucio to speed boost, like, wall right around the corner, hack him, and then watch him fall in the river, and it happens like 9 games out of 10. I was like, yeah, you know. If I'm playing Bridget, I'm always pretty excited on this map, because I'm like, where is he? Here he comes. Hooray, here he comes. Bonk. Push. Back into the water. So, it's just such an expected behavior on this map that, like, if they've got somebody over there that's got crowd control and they're paying attention, they'll just, like, get a free kill on you if you go for it. So we heard Genji using Dragon Blade outside, so we obviously don't want to be involved in that. Roadhog's also using his ultimate, but I do just want to point out that this path is also going to lead to certain death, because we're sprinting up to a man with a shotgun in a confined location, and we're really low health. So we're in punching range, in fact. So I get that the outside was scary there, but the Torbjorn was going to have to basically be a bot to not kill us right there, so also not a good choice. Don't amp it up out of the gate. I hate when people do that, because it gets you there like a second faster than if you didn't use amp it up. But amp it up's a fucking 12-second cooldown, so you get there like a second faster. Okay, because like Lucio can do wall riding anyway. That's where you get most of your speed getting back from is. And then, like, you use this 12-second cooldown, you get there a second faster, and then you get to the fight, and you don't have Amp It Up for the fight for, like, another few seconds. And Lucio's healing without Amp It Up is trash. So it's just like, you get to the fight a little quicker, and then you don't have your important cooldown to use. So I don't like the speed boost, amp up the speed boost out of the gate. I don't like doing that. We do actually have another healer now, Zenyatta, Junkrat change, so that's very exciting. It's still not exactly a good healer combination, unless you're going old school dive comp, which we aren't. So, it could, you know, there's still room for improvement in the team comp, but we're gonna slowly watch as, like, piece by piece over the next few seconds, the team comp gets a little better. Because I think Roadhog changes to Reinhardt right there, so that's good. That's a lot better, because I've not even seen Hammond, to be honest with you, most of this time. So, like, yeah, haven't been getting a lot of help from the tanks. Now, granted, Reinhardt's gonna be pretty fucking sad. He gets really fucking sad over having Zenyatta Lucio as the healers, because, oh boy, does it feel bad to be playing a tank like Reinhardt with those combo of healers. Now, Wrecking Ball has changed to Zarya. So, look at that. We've almost got a good team comp. We're almost there. If we can get a main healer, we'll have made it. We'll have made it. So, miraculously enough, we actually start slowing down the enemy team's momentum on this push a little bit. Multiple people all over the place need healing. We do have Sound Barrier to use, but like, didn't really feel worth it prior. Now Roadhog's using the Rudy Tooty Whizbang Shooty, so we decide to use it there. Here comes the Molten Core as well. Oh no. How terrible. Now we will employ some incredible counterplay, right? Here's what we're gonna do to counter Torbjorn's ultimate. We're just gonna not stand in the lava real quick, like we're just gonna back it up a little bit. And look at that, threat negated. Isn't that incredible? Everybody's throwing their dragons around. Hanzo's done that. I'm always a big fan of watching the dragons disappear into the ground. I always feel like you're getting a lot of value out of it at that point. You know, just like straight down. Yeah, didn't really work out. Granted, it's hard to get a lot out of Dragon Strike if you don't have a combo ult like Grav or Earth Shatter. It's hard to actually get much use out of it. But miraculously enough, hey, look at that, we're still winning the fight. So we get into a scuffle with Hanzo right here. And, right here, we do start just running at him, like, in a straight line, pretty much. So we're making it really easy for Hanzo, right? Like, he's using Storm Arrow as well. It actually is Zenyatta that finishes us off, but, like, we did just, like, straight line right at Hanzo, which is not good. We want to try and put the moves on him a little bit more than that. You know, use walls if possible. Just, like, zig and zag a little bit at least. Still don't like the amp it up out of the gate. So now we get back to the fight, and look, amp it up's got 8 seconds left on cooldown, so we're super productive while we're waiting for that one. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, Lucio's gun is real bad. We should really just be, like, spamming at the enemy team as much as possible. Like, at all points, more or less. Just to be, like, doing some damage, getting some ult charge in there. Like, pretty much always be shooting at somebody. Just, try and get that ult built up as fast as possible, you know. And, you know, his weapon's none too exciting, so at least you can spam it pretty easily. So we really, like, shouldn't be trying to do it. If we're gonna do this, at least aim for the guy's head. Like, he's Roadhog, he's not got a hard-to-hit head, and our bullets are pretty big, so, like, if you're aiming for the head, it's not that hard to get at least a few of them in there. No. Much too aggro. He's using the whole hog right in front of us, so if he just, like, turns around, he, like, pushes us into the enemy team, right? And then we just end up getting killed by it straight up instead. Don't want to do that. Much too aggro. I do like that we're spending a fair amount of time wall riding, which we want to do as much of as Lucio as possible. Every Lucio main I've ever asked, like, high elo Lucio main, like, what's your #1 tip for lower level Lucio players? Be on walls as much as physically possible. Hey, got dragoned, feels bad. So it was always just be on walls as much as possible. It just makes it harder for you to get hit. People are bad at shooting wall riding people. And if they have, like, Earth Shatter or anything like that, hey, you're not gonna get hit by it. Good times. So, if we look at the enemy team, we see that they are all DPS, except for their 2 healers. So this is a very bad comp to only have 2 low healers, like 2 off healers as, because they're going to do a lot of damage, and we have not a lot of healing to even out that damage, so it's a very bad comp to have Lucio, Zen as your healers against. And they have a Zen as well to make their 4 DPS hopefully do more damage. So Zarya just changed to Torbjorn, that's very exciting. I was about to sneeze at the same time I was going to yawn as well, so I was probably going to explode, basically, if that happened. Narrowly averted disaster. So we use Sound Barrier right here. The reason I don't want to do that yet is I would like to look and see what happened with Reinhardt's Earth Shatter first, because he used it right there. And we actually pushed the button at more or less the same time, so I guess we didn't know. We pushed the button at like the same time we pushed his. Disregard. I thought we pushed it in response to him using his, but no, we basically pushed our buttons at the same time. I was gonna say I'd like to look and see like how his, oh god, walked on the bomb. Happens to the best of us. I would like to see how the Earth Shatter went before using the Sound Barrier, but we pushed them at the same time, so whatever. So again, miraculously enough, we've started to stall their push. Zarya changed to Torbjorn, so that's very exciting, obviously. Don't amp it up out of the gate, still hate that. Don't do that. So, I think it was partway through a thought earlier. Oh yeah, we were doing big wall riding. Hard to hit. Good. Like, it's just one of those things, right, where you want to make as much use of your hero's abilities as possible. So, hey, if you've got cool movement abilities, you want to use those cool movement abilities as much as possible, you know? So we get all up on this boy, and like we just like push him away right to begin with. Like, Reinhardt's here, like Reinhardt's gonna swing into this guy, so us pushing him back, I'm someone who's played a lot of Reinhardt. I hate when the Lucio, I hate when I'm going up to hit someone, and the Lucio's just like, boop! Because then I just like get one less swing in on this guy right at the start, so I don't like that. Don't do that. That would have annoyed me. But also, like, if you're gonna boop the guy, shoot and get, like, the melee in first, then boop him, you know, if you're gonna do it, because then you just get more damage in on the guy, right? You get more damage in on the guy, and then you push him, like, you've kind of done your combo, right? So then you push him away right at the end to gain some space again. But, like, do bear in mind, like, what your teammates are up to at the time when you're gonna boop someone. Like, don't boop someone just for the sake of booping them, which a lot of Lucio players do. Because it fucks up your teammates if you just boop people randomly a lot of the time. Because imagine that you're gonna run up and, like, boop someone, like, whatever, just for the sake of it. It doesn't kill them. Well, imagine that, like, your Ashe, your Widow, your Soldier, your McCree, they were taking aim at the guy, and then you slide in off screen and just push him out of sight, right? Like, you can fuck up your own DPS by booping people randomly, or your Reinhardt, you know, if he's about to hit him. So just, like, bear in mind, like, don't boop people for no reason. Like, try and have a reason for doing it. You know, like, you're trying to peel for somebody, the boop's gonna kill them one way or another, or you think the boop's got a good chance of leading to them killing, you're pushing them out of position. Don't just push them for the sake of pushing them. Like, actually think about why you're doing it. Because, you know, you want to have a reason for doing the things that you're doing in the video game, right? Just going around randomly doing stuff ain't gonna get you too far. We give up on this Zen real fast. We have to reload? No, we still got, like, we got 8 shots left in there. We still got half our clip. We could have tried harder to get the guy. I guess we were a little afraid of getting killed, maybe. But then we're coming back to try and pick a fight with him again afterwards anyway. And didn't really work out too well. It's like, you know, it's like, the guy's in the corner. Like, this is, like, the time to fight him. We, like, boop him for the sake of booping him again, right? Like, he's full health. It's not like this boop's gonna fuck him up in any way, really. He's already against the wall. Just, like, stop for a sec, shoot the guy. Like, Zhen's not hard to hit. Just, like, shoot the guy a couple times, then boop melee, and the guy's dead, right? Instead of just, like, booping him for the sake of it, then disengaging right immediately afterwards. Granted, you know, whole enemy team's out there, so it's starting to get a little scary, but I mean, It's not like we disengaged fully. We stayed around to fight the guy anyway. So if you're gonna, if you're gonna stick and fight the guy, stick and fight the guy. Don't take the half measure in between. So they're in overtime now, so everything's getting a little hectic. We got a Bridget now. This is honestly a dramatic improvement. Bridget does more healing than you think she does. This is a boop that could have led to fucking up Bridget, because we can see that Bridget's in critical health and purple right now, so if we, like, boop this guy through the doorway at Bridget, he might suddenly just be in position to shoot Bridget and finish her off, so that was a boop that could have led to Bridget getting fucked up. It didn't, so hey, cool, but like, it looked like we were trying to angle to push him further into the room, but Bridget would rather he did not get pushed further into the room at that point. So as you can see, our attacking segment is much shorter than our defending segment, so there's only really two possibilities. Do we dunk on them, or do we get full health? Vote now. So, we got the Hammond again. I'm not sure what our team comp is. It's probably terrible, you know, they just oh, we got Nana! Oh, word? We got a fucking main healer? Jesus Christ. It's about time, isn't it? So, hey, Hammond's right up here, all up in our grill. That means we get to spend more time in Speed Boost, which is fantastic news, because that's the whole goal of Lucio, be in the Speed Aura as much as possible. It's just really hard to do that when you don't have a main healer at the same time, you know? So Hammond's playing Hammond right now, you know, running into the people. Scary prospect to do, just like running into the people you're shooting at, but like, you know, we're Lucio, we like to get all up in people's face. We were half health as we were starting to run up to this guy, though. And then we think better of it at the last second, but, like, you gotta be careful who you're running up to. And again, we were running up to the guy in a straight line, which we don't want to do. So, hey, here comes Hammond. Might have been able to boop him back into the river, if we tried. No, probably a little optimistic. We could have tried to boop him off back into the river when he started to go in for that pile driver, but you know, it would have been hard to pull off. But you can always try. So Hammond just got nano boosted right before he used the pile driver, so that was very upsetting, of course. We didn't actually die, but everyone else is dead. So you probably get a rough idea of whether or not we clap them or not at this point. So, you know, life is real difficult. So you got people trying to arrange to go the right side, because, you know, this path isn't really working out too well for us. We did just kill Hammond right there, so that's pretty sick. However, Reinhardt just got pushed off the edge, and now Doomfist's kind of just gonna kill a bunch of people in here. We killed him. No. Don't use sound barrier. Fight dumb. Fight super done at this point. Reinhardt died right there. That's bad. Anna died right there. It's not looking good. I think someone else died. He died right as we pushed the button. We've already lost our main tank and main healer, and like, come on, none of us were looking good in that alleyway. Now's not the time to use sound barrier. We almost like went right back out into the tac visor. Tac visor was going right there, and we almost like ran right out into it again. So I have noticed that we're, like, real fidgety while we're playing. It seems like we're not super comfortable, like, wall riding and shooting, basically, as Lucio. We're not spamming as much as we could be, either. But I get the impression we're not super comfortable doing it yet, because we just kind of look clunky in our movement. Doomfist's a real scary one to fight because of that exact thing happening. Be careful picking fights with Doomfist. He'll fist you real good. We just don't look super comfortable doing it, you know? We look very fidgety and, like, jerky while we're doing it. You know, right there, hey, we got that one down. We got the alleyway run down, but, like, just as we're kind of, like, especially when we start fighting someone, it doesn't look like we've got it all down, like, muscle memory-wise. It just kind of look uncomfortable doing the movement. And so this, you know... Careful, like, running right up to Hammond. He's, you know, pushing right up into Hammond. You don't exactly gain a whole lot from doing that as Lucio, because it's not like he's going to get much easier to hit. And it's not like we're going to get an easier headshot from being closer to the guy. It is going to make it easier for him to shoot us, though. So it doesn't really, just like one of those things. Pushing up into Hammond doesn't exactly gain us a whole lot as Lucio, unless we're trying to push him off of somebody else. Yeah, like, if you watch, like, real good Lucio players, they look real comfortable, just doing movement. We seem a little uncomfortable. But, that just kind of happens with time more than anything else, right? Like, you wall ride enough and you get used to wall riding, pretty much. So, we come in for the guy, especially, like, right there, like, it's like the for a little bit in there, just seem very, like, fidgety and kind of panicked as soon as, like, the hectic situations start, which is understandable, but I mean, not ideal at the same time. So, right, like, that's happened a couple times. Doorways have outplayed us a little bit. So amping it up in this situation, not so bad. Yep, broke it down on Hammond's head, so that's pretty sick. It's okay to amp it up to speed boost in this kind of situation, because now it is just all about getting back to the payload as fast as possible to contest it, so that's not as much of a big deal. But I mean, life is hard. Yep, we're gonna avoid that boy. Farewell. Avoid as teammates. Correct play. Correct play. Oh, he's talking. Hold on. Nah, just going on about how he should have left. Someone else said you should have left. He's like, yeah, I should have left. Good talk, team. Good talk. Good talk. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Wow, I wish I could play Mortal Kombat, but it's fucking $80 in Canada. No. Don't play the video. What else we got at the end of the video? What other suggestions did we have for content on the internet? We had a lot of weeb shit, pretty much. I'm a big fan of this man. Very long videos, as you can see, but very interesting stuff. Okay. Whatever. Power levels are stupid. You're not wrong. I'm also a fan of Super Eye Patch Wolf. Good stuff. Down the Rabbit Hole. Good stuff also. Good job. This is a good song. Hey, good job. Good job, YouTube algorithm, for the most part. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say much about the game, because it was just such a shit show all around, pretty much. It makes it difficult to get so much out of it. The thing that stood out the most was just mostly being, like, uncomfortable looking doing movement. Not spamming as much as we could have been, but, like, yeah, we were in healing aura a lot, but we had to be, so, like, we want to be in the speed aura as much as possible, but it was a bit of an unusual situation, so we didn't get to do that as much as we wanted to. We were wall riding a lot, so that's good. We just didn't look super comfortable doing it yet. A little overly aggressive in a few situations, but I mean, Lucio can get away with a lot of shit like that, right? Just kind of got in over our head a few times, pretty much, with a few things, but, like, for the most part, I felt like we were playing Lucio to kind of the best of our abilities, pretty much. The thing that stood out the most was mostly just, like, mechanical execution. Aim could have been better, wall riding could have been better, but, like, we were trying to wall ride as much as possible, so that's good. We were playing Lucio for the most part. It was just a real shit show of a game, unfortunately. But, hey, from what I saw, like, we were playing Lucio for the most part, right? Like, speed aura, hey, life's hard when your other healer is Zenyatta for most of the game. But for the most part, hey, we played Lucio. What more can you ask for, right? So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. Start streaming on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 7 p.m. EST to 11 EST. There's a link to the channel in the description below. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.